You know, one of the things that many individuals are opting out to do is off gridding. Now, many have heard that, people my color don't like to off grid, but I want to just sort of banish some of those tales. The truth is, unbeknownst to many, people my color have always off-gridded for hundreds and hundreds of years. Let me explain it to you. There was a time when we lived off the land, and then settlers showed up. And the settlers then took us in and, sort of forcefully, and made us do things that we didn't want to do. So then they pushed us out of the cities after we built the cities, and that pushed us further into the countryside. Well, in no time, as the population increased, the settlers and many of their ancestors simply, came out to the countryside and start doing what they call off-gridding, but what we call just living in the country. And then that forced us back into the city where homelessness amongst my people increased because the rents were just too high to afford. Now that the off-gridding has taken hold across the entire, continent, we're talking about the entire world, you find yourselves wondering, why are people like me going out to the countryside again? Well, this is nothing new to us. Many of us are very, very much aware on what it takes to go out to the countryside. If you've got parents between the ages of 50 and 70 that are still alive today, then guess what? Number one, you know exactly what that means. If you're from the southern states such as Mississippi, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, many of you know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to living in the country. That's what we say. We didn't call it off-gridding. Find that interesting, right? Because living in the country was basically saying, I don't live in a city. I live outside the city limits. It's mighty coincidental that the name has changed to off-gridding to make it sound more appealing. The fact is, you're living along the countryside. And in many cases, you're living in the desert, depending on your location of the land you own. But it has taken popularity around the entire world, the entire globe. The great news about this is that your taxes are normally much lower every year compared to a home you'll have in your local suburbs. You can't compare $1,500, $2,000, and sometimes $8,000 and up a year on a piece of property in the suburbs, depending on your location. You can't compare that to paying anywhere from several dollars to $10 to $100 to maybe $500. Accessing land that is free and clear, no HOA or associations. This is something that's very appealing. I admit, I've been looking into this for the past 25 plus years, and I've always said, I'm going to end up away from all of this chaos so I can get out there and live freely amongst the land. I am looking forward to the new adventures that are coming my way and my wife's way. We have already mapped this out. And for a few others, they're going to be living amongst the land so that we can all occupy and assemble together to meet each other's needs. Listen, I didn't get on here to really, shout and tell you what you should and should not do. I want to encourage many of you to try alternative living. It makes a difference. And as far as having your children exposed to all of the city life, all the hustle and bustle, it's something that you could literally change overnight by homeschooling your children. Listen, I want all of you to have a great time. And if you're interested in any property throughout New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, Oklahoma, Florida, even Oregon and Seattle, do me a favor. go ahead and send me an email. I can help you locate your own property, or if you like, I can send you a listing of my property. Until next time, I'm going to continue to sow a conscious gardening seed right in your mental garden. Formerly known as Organic's Best Urban Gardener, I love each and every one of you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Shalom.